Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, SILLIPHYL. We're back here for another episode of geek'duptv. And I got some friends with me. I got my boy J-Mac here. I got my boy Edward. I call him E. Easy E. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been out of comic book before, you know. It's like that. He's really straight out of games, you know. But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's do this. This is our new episode called Don't Call It a Comeback, where we basically explain how do we make something come back to when it was prominent.
But tonight, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants, putting suckers in beer, making the tears.
And we're going to talk about what's wrong with the DC cinematic universe. Now, as far as DC is concerned, the only three that pop into my mind as masterpieces or great movies is the Dark Knight trilogy.
Best one ever.
I mean, we you know, that's the only thing.
Best origin story.
Oh yes,
of Batman.
Absolutely.
The best, you know, training sequences. You know, that's why you watch kung fu movies, because the training sequence. The rest of the movie's corny. Training sequence, how he learned the kung fu.
That's true, yeah.
So how Batman learned to be Batman. You know, he was a ninja.
Also, easily the best origin story when Batman Begins. They really flesh out the character, what he's about, what he's after. And Dark Knight, can't argue, it's the strongest of the three.
Oh, yeah. Easily. Now, if we're gonna go in line, we go that. If we're gonna do this, that means I'm gonna put the Dark Knight trilogy as our ladder, as what we score.
Yeah,
this is what,
we hold.
We hold every other DC movie at the Dark Knight
That's at the
level.
top.
What is right under the Dark Knight, DC style?
I would say Man of Steel.
I don't know about that.
I don't really dig Superman like that. Alright, so let's just get that out there. He's too perfect. And he's white. And he can do everything. Breathe underwater, he can breathe in the air. I just thought it was way better than that other, you know, that Christopher Reeve stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was a fan of the first one, but then you see something.
Somebody gonna choke you.
Well, man, he had no muscles, though. When it came out, when the Superman came out, I was the first one there. I liked the fact he was flying and all that was good, but there was nothing else better out. Now you got Man of Steel with see, Man of Steel is what those Supermans, if they had the technology, would have been like.
My thing was this, man. I felt like it was two completely different movies.
Yes.
The first Kryptonian part, and then, you know, him working odd jobs. Oh, I loved all of that. I was just telling him,
That's a cool interpretation.
Yeah. I didn't.
It's something different. They've never really done that before.
No real.
Yeah, and I really dig that, man. I really thought Zack Snyder made us actually feel bad for Superman, which no movie has really made us do, because he's never felt more like a weirdo and a stranger and not human in any other movie.
Bingo.
And I commend him on that. The second half of that movie was just too much fighting, explosion, blah blah blah. It was just, come on, you're Superman.
Movie, man.
You're Superman. No, you're Superman. No, you can't kill everybody. They have whole buildings falling down. You gonna tell me
It was rumbling?
Millions of people died.
Millions of people had to have died to sacrifice? You sacrifice all the millions of
That's
people.
Wait a
lot of
minute.
damage.
Wait a minute now.
Okay.
This was before. Now he's still thinking of taking this, you know, but he really wasn't. You gotta think about it. The movie portrayed he wasn't that close to human beings like that. I mean, like he is as he goes on in time, how he really cared. But he was trying to take him out. He was focused on taking them out. And the movie didn't show a bunch of people, but everyone got out. It's the movie. Everyone survived the wreckage. Everyone got rescued.
That's assuming a lot.
Well, they didn't show it. They didn't show it.
I really don't think Metropolis.
What did they show? They showed that everyone made it out okay, and everybody.
Unless Metropolis is like 9% empty building. That's a lot of dead folks.
There's that part where Perry you know, is like trying to help this girl who's in wreckage, and there's a whole building falling down. Literally a whole building. I'm just thinking about all them people in there like, I was supposed to go home from work today. I don't want people to say
everyone was off that day when it was like, it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday.
It was a Sunday. I don't know who hated Man of Steel. There's a few people who did. But you actually now have a platform to start building this universe. You got it now.
Yes.
And this is what crumbled it, in my opinion. When you say, my next movie's gonna be, I'm throwing everybody in there.
I think DC is, with the Avengers coming out, that Avengers stuff, they want to rush their big superhero film to compare with the Avengers, and they're not getting with the Avengers. The first one off the freaking hook. The second one, Age of Ultron, you're not going to do. I don't care if you throw Shazam every day.
I feel like, of course, they're desperate, but this is to me how you cure that. Well, this is what they should have did. You guys are studio heads. I'm a studio head. This is what we do. Look, if we want to catch up with Marvel, what we need to do is actually just make good movies.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Build it slowly, just like Marvel did. Marvel was not rushing to get the Avengers out. It took years. Yep.
They should just focus on a good, solid story, because that wins every time.
Exactly.
Even in the animation industry, you can have all the great animation, but if you don't have a good story, it's nothing. Yeah.
This is DC's 4th attempt at a cinematic universe.
Wow.
This is their 4th try at this. Because way back when, in 98, Superman Lives, that was supposed to be the Justice League, Batman meets Superman. It was supposed to happen all back then, and it was just a huge mess. That was the Nicolas Cage Superman movie. That's what they tried to make into their first Justice League.
God, Nicolas Cage is...
Did it ever come out? Because I missed it.
No. No, they were trying to make it happen, yeah. Nicolas Cage, I love you. Never played Superman. Never. Frank Miller is the reason Batman vs Superman was written by Frank Miller. And this is what I think Zack Snyder did. He watched that Batman vs Superman movie, you know, and it was like, this is awesome. I need to make this happen. But what he fails to realize is that you made a movie about the beginning of Superman's life. He gets called Superman one time in the entire movie. So he's not Superman yet. He's just some dude in blue who helped save a whole bunch of people. You cannot take that story premise and jump to the end of Superman's career, okay, and the end of Batman's career. You cannot do that. That is stupid. That is like me making a movie about the day you was born, and then the next movie is about the day you died. And then he says, oh, well, I love that Frank Miller story. This is what he said at Comic-Con. This is an actual quote. I'm going to follow the Frank Miller storyline. This is the problem with that. You casted Ben Affleck as Batman, so you didn't cast a young Batman. You cast an old one, which is right in line with the Frank Miller story. So what are you doing? What are you doing?
You've got a Batman at the end of his career and a Superman that's just starting out.
Yes. It's just... It's just what was your reaction when you found out Ben Affleck was playing Batman?
Poop.
Negative.
I can sum that up in one word, that movie's going to be poop. And may I say in French, garbage.
I feel like Zack Snyder, honestly, might be the problem. Because they wanted a darker tone with Superman because of The Dark Knight. So they said 300's dark. The Watchmen was dark. Let's get a guy who does dark good. Zack Snyder. But Zack Snyder's not a fan. That's the problem. Zack Snyder's just a guy who makes dark movies. He probably watches and read Superman just so he could get ready for the movie.
But he's not a fan.
But he's not a fan, and that's where Marvel got it right. They said, Joss Whedon, we know you like comics.
And he's going to do it right. He's going to make it because he's like us making it, so we're going to be like, let's take extra care. Make sure.
And does his research, and he's a fan from way back.
Last question here. Favorite comic book series in the last 10 years?
I think Me personally, World War Hulk.
Well, I'm gonna say X-Men versus the Avengers.
I'm going with Blackest Night.
Blackest Night is great.
Yeah,
Blackest Night was great. That's when I knew Jeff Johns was an awesome
Yes.
writer. I
Fighting
said,
zombie
okay.
lanterns and
Yeah, I think,
Awesome.
and I think they should give him a shot, right?
he handles the TV shows.
Yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
Johns.
Yeah.
He does a great job. with
He
it.
does a great job. With
He
his
does
TV
all
shows.
their graphic novels that are cool.
I want to thank you guys for chatting with us. We love y'all. These guys will be back one day.
Yes.
Of course, I'll be back. You guys can watch the Geek Sweep of the Week. It'll just be me.
All right.
Don't do nothing crazy. Peace.
Peace.